G'day, Heath here from pickinglessons.com. The Southwind, this is such a lovely tune, and we've got a fingerstyle arrangement here on the guitar in the key of G. Working towards this arrangement we just heard, we're going to learn a basic version of the melody first here in this video. So we're going to learn a version that is essentially melody supported by the bass notes of the chord. So this is where we're going to start. It'll give us a strong sense of the melody, which is really important, but also we'll learn our positions for the left hand as we go along, supported by just the one bass note from the chord. Now, the version we heard at the beginning of this video is a little bit more advanced, so we're going to work our way towards that. So here in this video, we will learn the basic version first. If you head to pickinglessons.com, you'll grab yourself a copy of the tablature that we're working from. In the member section there, we're going to break down the more advanced variation. You'll also have some play along tracks there to help you as you're working your way through it. So pickinglessons.com. Let's start out here though with this basic version. So we'll check out part A first. So being a fingerstyle arrangement, basically our thumb is going to play our low note, and our fingers, you really only need a couple of fingers to do this. Our index and middle, or middle and ring, would get the job done to alternate between our melody notes. So we'll just work our way through. It is pretty straightforward, but let's have a look at what's going on. We're in 3/4 time, so we're in a waltz. Our pickup there is on beat 3, 2, 3, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So let's check out what's happening there. Our chord position we're working out of initially is a G. Use your third finger there so that we can access the melody notes as we're playing through. Those pickup notes, little finger, into our chord. And we're just pinching there, thumb and a finger. Alternate on the two notes on the same string. So you could use middle and index, or ring and middle, whatever's comfortable. But then pinch, 2 and 3. Watch the rhythm. This little rhythm passage repeats quite a bit through the tune. So 1, 2 and 3. When we change to the next chord, the D, you can use two fingers like this, or you could use your thumb, which is what my preferred option is. And we've got our thumb on the F sharp there, our second or first finger on the A, and we're going to pinch those two notes. So we're using the F sharp from the D chord to support our melody note. So we have our opening 4 bars, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Second half, we'll have a quick look here. 2 and 3 into a C position. Now this one here, so the strings are quite close, so you can use a thumb and a finger still to do that. You could use your thumb to brush across if you wish, but thumb and finger works. Melody notes. Bit of space there too, so make sure we're counting that out. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Really be mindful of the pulse. We do repeat that twice through, so the A section has a repeat on it. The second time we're going to come through, we'll finish on measure 9. 1, 2, 3, give us our pickup note for part B, which we'll check out right now. So get to know part A first. It's a nice basic melody, Southwind. It's very, very pretty, but it's not overly hard to play. Bring in those bass notes, learn your hand position. The fingers are all there in the tablature, but learn your hand positions and get familiar with what we've got, because as we step up to the more advanced variation, if you know your hand positions, it's really going to help. So as we move into part B, we've only got a couple of lines really to learn, because there's some variations that we're taking from part A amongst what we've got. We've got 4 lines, each line is 4 measures. Our first 4 measures here in part B. Fair bit of space, so let's count that out. So our first position there, second finger, third finger, this is hard. Little finger up to the A. 1, 2 and 3. You've got to have a really good position for your hand. So wrist down, thumb down, so we can reach that across. We're aiming to hold that G for the whole time through. So if we don't use this hand position, we can't hold the G as we reach the A. So pinky on the A, second and third fingers in our chord position, wrist down nice and low to reach. If your wrist and thumb is up, you're going to have real trouble getting that little finger across. So drop those down, and we have 1, 2 and 3. Second measure, similar rhythm, difficult hand position though still, this time E minor. And so our third finger was already there on the G, we're going to use our little finger again on the A. If you wish, you could shift your hand across and play that, but then, you know, there's a fair bit of movement as we pick up through the advanced version if you do approach it in that way. So try the little finger first. So that's little finger over the G, and then E minor as well. This grace note pull off, it's quite quick. So we're not really spending much time on the A anyway. Our third finger, quick little into the E minor position and back to G. Second and fourth. So we're ready in position for our next G. Now, these next 4 bars are the same as what we've learnt in part A. So that's cool. So we've got our first line of part B we needed to learn. Second line, we know. Third line is actually the same as what we've just learnt at the beginning of part B. So our position here, little finger, grace note pull off. And now final 4 measures are like the final 4 in part A. So the fact that we have quite a few of these phrases repeating is going to make the tune easier to learn, easier to memorize, because we're just chunking together parts we've already worked on. So get to know this basic melody first. Get comfortable with the left hand positions. Try to follow fingering that's marked in that tablature as we went through, because that's going to help us set our hand up for the advanced version. Check it out. Melody's got to be strong. Make sure the melody's strong, but in this variation it should be, because there's not a lot supporting it. Take your time with it and get to know both A and B. But remember, there's some variations that repeat, the phrases that repeat within, so that will make it easier. Pickinglessons.com, we're going to break down the advanced variation. You'll also be able to grab the tablature there, and in the member section, as we break down the advanced variation, you'll also find some play along tracks just to help you as you get going with the tune. Pickinglessons.com, I'll see you there.